Vampires walk a fine line between being terrifying monsters and sexy heartthrobs. But Reginald the Vampire is subverting those tropes and showing us how becoming a bloodsucker might kind of suck. Please welcome Reginald himself, Jacob Batalon, and co-stars Haine, Mandela Van Peebles, and Savannah Basely. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Aw. Now, Reginald the Vampire, a lot of people don't know much about it, so I want to go across and just say one sentence about what Reginald the Vampire means to you.
Oh, Reginald the Vampire means my entire career.
Yeah, I would say it's a coming-of-age kind of fun project, and it's also a TV show because we actually had fun doing it. So
We did, yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We caught a vibe. Reginald the Vampire, for me, I guess it's a chance to, am I supposed to look some?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at us. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That says we're on the team. A chance for self-discovery through character.
I love that, yeah.
Reginald the Vampire, to me, is about switching up the status quo.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Good one.
Amen.
That's it.
Thank you.
Well,
much
speaking
High
of
School Musical.
switching up the status quo, what drawn you particularly, Jacob, to take on the role of Reginald the Vampire? Because obviously he's not your typical vampire.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that we all sort of agreed that it does put a lot of the vampire tropes on its head, and there's this whole like deeper message of, you know, it's not what you look like or how you are on the outside, it's your value on the inside that makes you special and the hero of your own story. And that's pretty much what I want to portray. You know, I think that the story that we're trying to say here is that, again, like, we don't need to be told by society what makes us winners and what makes us losers. It's yourself, and you control your own fate, and you make the best of what you have.
I love that.
Good one, yeah.
Now, have you guys read the books? And if you have, do you know if it's going to be a faithful recreation of the books, or is it going to be kind of like completely different?
You know, I think that the first couple episodes of the season is definitely copy and paste from the first book. But other than that, Harley and the writers of the show have absolutely done so amazing with the storytelling. So it's definitely, it's inspired by it, but definitely its own thing.
Yeah. The Slushy Shack is new,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
My character is new.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fun. That's wonderful. So the showrunner, Harley Peyton, he's actually one of the producers for Twin Peaks and Chucky. Is it going to have those same elements in this show, or is it going to be kind of like different?
I mean, if it's something that he written, it's probably a lot of talking, so yes.
Yep.
But do we expect like any of those elements to be in the show as well?
I think so,
You know,
yes.
I would say that it's sort of, but I definitely think he does a good job of making it its own thing for sure.
I would say the difference is we have kind of a new approach to this show. It's not a sequel or something you've already seen. There is a book about it, but it's a new chance to bring that to life. And people haven't seen heroes like this or even a vampire story like this, so I'm sure there's going to be some similarities between his other work, but
Yeah,
this is
And I
definitely
think it's going to play nicely in the balance between having some comedy in there, but also the horror element. So
Yeah.
I think that's really a good thing that, you know, Chucky and Twin Peaks always had. Is it's very serious, but at the same time, there's always going to be some comedic stuff in there.
Yeah,
too.
the weird funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that your character is a brand new character in this series.
Yeah.
What can we expect? Like, is it going to be complementary to all the other characters, or it's going to be something like brand new?
My character's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, she's kind of a mixture of some characters that are from the book. But complimentary.
Angela stands alone.
Angela is her own person.
Yeah.
And yes, Angela's her. She's an interesting person. I'm very excited for everyone to meet her. She's just a lot of fun, and I
Yes.
had a lot of fun playing her. So.
Absolutely. Now, how does Reginald benefit from obviously being different from the stereotypical vampire? Like, is it kind of like his superpower, I guess, in the sense we're eventually going to explore that more, but can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, he's definitely very different. You know, I think with the vampire community that we have, you know, it's clear that I'm not like, you know, quote unquote, stereotypically beautiful as what they'd want. So that's a big point of the show. And again, like his story, like he's not really a winning type. You know, he's sort of like an everyday person that has like struggles at his work, and he obviously like is in love with someone but can't really do anything about it. You know, he doesn't really have any friends.
Yeah.
So it's really, he's just like an everyday person that's just trying to find his way in life. And like, obviously everyone in the show compliments his character the most, but they all develop their own thing, and it's really great.
Also, what's cool about that, and your character specifically, is a lot of people underestimate Reginald's abilities.
Yeah.
And I feel like Angela and a lot of us, but vampires especially,
Right.
we look at it as, wow, no way he's got all this going on. you know?
Right.
But
Right.
it happens.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you guys are all playing vampires. Is there like a particular? You're not. Oh, you're not. Okay.
I mean,
but
can
you
I say
guys.
that? The
I
only-
mean, not yet. Maybe. Is there a particular vampire you guys are modeled after, or is it kind of like you're kind of creating your own vision of what you hope a vampire would be?
Yeah, I would say, well, one of the coolest things I think about vampire lore is the immortality of it. So I think at least playing a vampire, me and myself, I may be in my 20s, but I have to bring elements from someone who's been around for centuries, you know? So that kind of brings a dynamicness to the characters that I think you don't see a lot in some teen shows, you know?
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's just, it's definitely, we're playing with our own idea of the vampire lore. So you can't exactly go into it thinking like following all of the rules, you know, thinking like this universe is gonna have a set amount of like the set rules. Because we're making our own rules.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like really when you're watching it, you're gonna have to kind of jump into our universe and kind of figure out how our vampires work aside from everyone else's.
Yeah, we
So-
poke fun at it.
Yeah, we
like
poke
the garlic thing.
Yeah,
We're not doing that.
There's little
We don't
things that
turn
we
into
know,
bats.
you know, like
or-
there's little
No.
things
Have
that we-
shiny skin.
Yeah, like not like Twilight.
Diamond skin, no diamond
No,
skin.
diamond skin.
We didn't have the budget for that.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's a little bit like different. So that's kind of really fun as well. Like I'm a huge vampire fan. I've been since I was like little. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy!
I loved it. I was so
Buffy!
obsessed with it. And then when I was
good
younger,
on
seeing
TV. Oh,
Aaliyah
God.
and
Look at yourself.
I'm
Look, she's talking.
You do.
Really good.
look so good.
Oh, guys, you guys are so awesome. I wish we could talk forever. Maybe we could go into a bar after that. But thank you guys so much. That's the end of our
Thanks for
interview.
having me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks
Hey,
for having us.
check out Reginald the Vampire.
Reggie TV.
10 p.m. October 5th. Right?
Well, guys, thank you guys so much. We got tons more Comic-Con coverage right here on IGN all weekend long. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are